You're still watching Joy News Interactive live on the Joy News channel on Multi TV Plus, on DSTV channels, and on the Go TV channel as well. Now we've got 4 more days, just 4 more days until the biggest school reunion of the year. I mean, ever since it was started. It's the JoyFM Schools reunion. Remember when it used to be at the trade fair? It used to block traffic 3 ways across. You couldn't get in, you couldn't get out. Massive fun. Now it's moved to the Independence Square, and it's going to be, I mean, can you just imagine all the stories, the jama, the singing, the uniforms from way back in the day. Just look out for all of those. Now, as part of, you know, the fever, the school reunion fever going around over here at JoyFM, we decided to speak to, you know, some old boys from distinctive old boys, let me put it that way, from, you know, in rather distinctive positions right now, and they were sharing some of their memories from way back in the day when they were at high school. Take a look. Which school did you go to?
I attended at South College and Winneba Secondary Sixth Form.
So can you sing your school anthem?
Oh yeah, we have Up Santa Claus and Stand Up to Your Honor. Then we have the Saddle on the Hill, where, you know, so we have 2 of them that when you sing, then everybody knows you are from the good school.
Can you please sing the full version?
Yeah, I can, but you know, I don't have time now, so let's go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Ahin,
yeah.
Please, which school did you go to?
I started Siwas, Yoso Secondary School, the best school in the Western region at that time, and ended up in 6th form in Crawford. Yeah.
So can you please sing your school anthem?
Actually, Siwas, we didn't have school anthem at that time, actually.
He didn't go to good school. He didn't go to good school. God bless them with big head, with brains. Apart from that.
The fact that we didn't have school anthem does not mean that it wasn't a good school. You understand? It wasn't a good school, but I'm here. So me being here testifies that I attended a good school.
That one for yourself.
Fair point, fair point. And Mr. Ejapong,
Mr.
Ejapong, when you were in school, were you this quiet and you were opinionated?
Yeah, very well. Right from the day I was born. So it's not that I'm in politics, that's why you think I'm vibrant, you know, even in school. I'm somebody who always stand for my rights. And here probably they misconstrue confidence to be arrogance. That's why I see like that. But I've always stood for the right things. And, you know, probably I'm considered a difficult person. But even in school, I was like that. I'm always principled. Yeah.
So share with us some of your favorite school memories.
We have what we call baton. You know, baton is red. And when you get the Saturday, everybody will be rushing to go for red. That's plantain and beans. That was my favorite meal over there. And when you go, we call the hard ones are called the saucy ones. So if you don't go to dining early, before you get there, they've taken the soft ones and left the hard ones, and we call it saucy ones. You know, so I love my red, and I don't miss Saturdays. I will always rush lunchtime to go for my baton.
I told you they were distinctive gentlemen. The MP for Asin Central and the Deputy Minister for Water Resources, Works and Housing, talking about Mr. Kennedy Ejapong and Mr. Samson Ahin, respectively. Now, here in-house, some popular on-air personalities at Joy News also shared with us some of their memories from school. But this one was of some of the naughty things that they used to do. Take a look.
Okay, what I enjoyed in secondary school was bullying my seniors. I enjoyed bullying my seniors, and it was precisely because I had better command over English language than many in the school, so especially my seniors. So you go to school and you have seniors who can't really express themselves too well, and you can. So it was easy to go and cause trouble, and you know that when you are invited to the administration, to meet with the disciplinary board, you can better express yourself.
We had great fun amidst great academic atmosphere. So we only reminisce about Prempeh. That is why everywhere you go, once somebody has experienced the Prempeh College upbringing, the person forever is even prouder to say he went to Prempeh than the university he went to. Prempeh is what has made all of us what we are today.
So when you were there any instances where maybe the authorities tried to bring a new rule and you all didn't agree with it? Or there was something that you didn't agree with in the rules, so how did you all react to it?
Prempeh College is set. New rules just don't pop up. And so I can't recall by time in Prempeh College whether a headmaster brought a new rule or not.
Street third.
I think that hardly did you find guys from Presec Legon going on a demonstration within the school. What happened was rather institutions doing Interco where we had issues with the guys from Akraka and then also Emmet as well. The issue with Akraka was that they think that we are going after their girls, St. Mary's. But they were coming after us. So that was the main issue when it comes to you see Presec guys having any exchanges with any other guys from other schools. But in terms of internally, hardly did you find guys from Presec Legon voted because there were very well laid down structures to bring up our grievances or our grievances to be addressed. So it was basically calm in the 90s. I mean, basically, it was very, very cool, yeah.
I remember a particular instance when my friend Sicho and I decided that we wanted to skip into town to buy some wachi. There's some wachi sold in Cape Coast to this day. It's called Jet. It's lovely, delicious, and we wanted some. So Sicho and I skipped bounds and went into town without an exeat. And just as we picked up the wachi, our assistant headmaster turned up in his car from nowhere. Of course, we were wearing school uniforms, so he spotted us immediately and grabbed us and put us in his vehicle. Now, all the way home, Mr. Emisa, that was his name, kept chastising us about how we were naughty and we'd gone into town in our uniforms and we're giving the school a bad name and he was going to take our statements and suspend us the following day. He went on and on and on all the way to school. He parked in front of the administration block. This was at night. The administration block was closed, but he was going to take us into his office to write statements. Got out of the car, started walking towards the administration block, and we just started strolling towards our dormitory. So halfway down, as he was talking about suspending us and calling our parents, he noticed that we were not following him. So he turned around and said, "Where are you going?" And we said, "Sir, it wasn't us."
Oh my goodness gracious. And that was the host of the Super Morning Show wrapping all those up, those memories up at Sir. Yes, indeed, it wasn't you. Not at all. He only saw you with his 2 eyes, maybe 4 eyes, but it wasn't you at all. Plus, there was that special, insert over there as well from a member of parliament, that's Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Now, what we also did when we went out, the Joy News Interactive team, we went to ask you about that teacher who made high school so memorable. And not memorable in a pleasant way. Memorable in a way that when you think of the person, you think, oh my goodness gracious, what a nightmare. Great teacher, but Charlie, wicked, just wicked. Share with us some of your memories of your wickedest senior high school teacher.
I wouldn't consider him to be worse though, but he was just strict. And his name was Mr. Agbele. And I think all our students would know him.
That was Madam Charlotte Mensah. Was very poor, teacher. Somebody who was teaching social studies, which we consider one of the easier subject, but she wasn't proven at all. So I could say that she was the the poorest teacher at that time. Yeah.
The teacher I didn't like was my business law teacher. In fact, no matter what you write, no matter what you do, this man will never appreciate, even though I forgot the name, but in fact, he was very boring. Got to a time that I didn't want to attend his class because you write, I will never pass you. You are always, he always fail you. So in fact, if he's listening to me, he should change his mind wherever he is.
I know some of my teacher. Seriously, I loved all my teachers because I loved the course I was doing. So I loved all my teachers.
Like maybe a housemaster that you didn't like.
Oh, the housemasters were interesting. Let me put it that way. They were interesting. We really worried them. So they made school very interesting for us. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't have any worst teacher. Let me put it that way.
I like that last one though. He said he didn't have any terrible teacher. All of them were wonderful because his course was wonderful. Well, yeah, that's good for him, but for a lot of us, even though the course was interesting, when the teacher was really strict, it became tough. Very, very tough. So keep your dials and your TVs locked right here on the Joy News channel and on our affiliates on radio and online and on the ground as well, because the JoyFM Schools Reunion is hitting Accra in a big way on the 29th of October. Well, that's about it for the Joy News Interactive team this morning. Thank you so much for your time and your company. Can't leave you with...